For this particular technology focused manufacturing company, the ultimate win for us, again, comes down to how satisfied they are. When I first started in our partnership and saw our net promoter score at roughly like a 6, that told us how things might actually be going. Even though you might feel they're going well, that type of rating tells us where things really are. And so after we made an impact and after we made improvements, to see that go to a 9 and a 10, that's what really told us that, okay, hey, it's resonating, that internally we're making an impact. And then to see just in this past quarter, record output on the production floor happen, that means that something's working. When we have one of our key stakeholders on the production side say our business is operating more efficiently and more productive than ever before, that's a real win. And that's what we want to hear all the time. So being able to get that feedback means, okay, hey, something's on track and something's working. And when we can have the data tell us that too, even better. So it's really, we want to track that productivity and that satisfaction. And in this case, when we're able to get positive feedback on those, there's nothing better. In terms of the initial expectation from this particular customer, I think it's less about, I'd say in terms of how this customer responded to the data that we were feeding back to them, the truth that we were telling them, and then also the hard truths we're facing ourselves. The best types of partnerships and engaged clients that we see are the ones who aren't afraid to ask questions. So I'd say there's not a lot of surprise that comes. I think everyone's appreciative when we can freely ask questions together and ask, why is X happening? Or why is this number so high? Are we doing something wrong? And really face the right truth. Hey, is that process actually working? Is this better than that's expected? So a lot of questions there. And I'd say we were met with a lot of questions at the beginning. I definitely like to believe in the understanding that when you turn over rocks, you're going to find ugly things. And that's okay, because then you understand how the environment around you works and how you can use it to your advantage, or how you can change things to grow and develop and nurture truly productive environments. And so we are not afraid of questions, and we like them to be asked. We like the hard questions to be asked. We like to ask a lot of questions and see what we can get out of it. I think our customer in this case was very pleased that we were able to track a lot of the things that we were interested in, or attach data to the questions that they were curious about. And then also pleased with the fact that we could just work together on it, that we're not afraid to admit where something's going wrong, being good truth receivers, and not afraid to go and provide feedback where we think there's improvement on both sides. Oftentimes, I think it's easy for organizations to be defensive one way or the other, and we like to disarm that as much as possible. We really like to establish a trusting partnership and relationship. And then when you see data that might not be telling the most fun story, it's okay, because we trust that we can work on it together and that we're going to make that improvement together. So I think when we start to work with a new customer, there is often a surprise at the level of data and consulting that we're providing to them, because not everybody gets that from their workforce partner. At least that's what we found. Some do, and I think some do a great job, and we love to learn from those, but not everybody does as well. Oftentimes, people like to stick with the things they feel they can control, the pay rates and the things that definitely are good variables to control, but it's the types of things that we might feel uncontrollable that we want to impact. Often when we partner with a new customer, I think they are pleasantly surprised with how seriously we take tracking our own success and our joint success together.